What is going on, guys? It's your boy Jay, and this is another Tier List Tuesday, the series where I go through, different Pokemon tier lists and rank them accordingly every second and last Tuesday of the month. And this Tuesday, we are doing Gen 2 Johto Pokemon. Some of my favorite Pokemon, some of my favorite generation of Pokemon. That could be a hot take, but hey, this is where I really got into Pokemon. So yeah, let's dive into this tier list, shall we? All right. Again, since this is generally a pretty big tier list, I'm gonna be kind of speeding through these my opinions on these and why I put them where I put them. You know the dealio, guys. You already know it, right? So let's get into it real quick, Chikorita. I'm gonna put don't love it, don't hate it, because it is what it is. Design is okay. It's not crazy cool, but I don't love it and I don't hate it. Now Bayleaf, on the other hand, I actually think Bayleaf is a god tier design. It looks really freaking cool. Like this design right here just looks super duper dope. It looks like it has potential to evolve into something really crazy dope. But then what happens is it turns into Meganium. I'm gonna go into weak sauce. I've never liked Meganium. It did not deliver. Like, first of all, tell me how the hell this big leaf and this big leaf turns into two little antennas. They had so much. They could have given like this big. They could have given like this big crest, this big like leaf crest thing. That would have been so crazy. These could have turned into like spikes or something. I don't know. But Bayleaf to Meganium, super downgrade. Cyndaquil and okay. So if you watched my first stage starter, this is going on god tier, by the way. If you watch my first stage starter tier list, I called Cyndaquil Chikorita like 4 times, and it's very embarrassing because I said Cyndaquil is one of my favorite starters. I literally have a tattoo of Cyndaquil on my stomach, and it's very embarrassing. I had a giant brain fart, and I apologize immensely to everybody who watched that video and probably thought I was an idiot and don't know what I'm talking about. I swear to God, I know what I'm talking about. Cyndaquil is one of my favorite starters. Quilava and Typhlosion are all god tier as well. I love all of these Pokemon right here, and there's a pretty good chance that I am picking Cyndaquil as my starter for Legends Arceus. Alright, next up, Totodile, I'm going to put in pretty dope mon. For Alligator, I'm going to put in pretty dope mon. Croconaw, don't love it, don't hate it, it's okay. It's not crazy cool, but I actually, you know what? I'm going to put Totodile on god tier. I actually kind of really like Totodile's design. It goes downhill, clearly, in my eyes. Sentret, don't love it, don't hate it. Furret, don't love it, don't hate it. These are cool little cute designs. I've never been a big fan of them, but I've also never really hated them. Again, I anticipate that a lot of these Pokemon are going to be pretty high on my list because I do love Generation 2. Generation 2 is kind of like, I got into Pokemon obviously Generation 1, but Generation 2 is when I really made friends on the playground who also played Pokemon. I would trade with them, battle them with link cables and all that stuff. So Generation 2 is when I really started to get into the series. Now Hoot, I'm going to put in don't love it, don't hate it. When it came out, I really did like Hoot. It's kind of gone downhill for me. I do still like honestly, I think it's kind of a cute Pokemon in 3D now. And especially in BDSP when it has like the little animation where it pops up both of its feet before it hops onto the one foot. So I do like Hoot. I've always liked Noctowl. I don't know what it is. Maybe it was the anime. Maybe it was Ash's shiny Noctowl that I was like, that's such a cool Pokemon. Why does it look the same in the game? But I've always liked Noctowl for some reason. Ladybug, I'm gonna put it. Don't love it, don't hate it. Ledian, don't love it, don't hate it. Spinarak, pretty dope mon. Ariados, hold on.
A few moments later.
Yeah, Ariados, I love this Pokemon so much, right? Ariados is a really cool design. I've actually really always liked the shiny. Crobat, I would normally put this in weak sauce, but objectively speaking, I don't think it's weak sauce. I think the design is good. The Pokemon itself is actually pretty decent. This Pokemon actually helped carry me through my Renegade Platinum Nuzlocke. It really helped me in my Brilliant Diamond Hardcore Nuzlocke as well. It saved me while battling Maylene, so I'm gonna put a little bit of respect on its name Say don't love it, don't hate it. It's gone up in my eyes. Now Chinsu and Lantern are two Pokemon that I actually loved when they came out, because I was like, oh, it's a water electric type. That's so cool. Like it can fight ground types because it has that water typing, right? But now, as I gotten older, I don't like the design that much. I don't like either of them. Actually, Chinsu, I'm gonna say Chinsu I kind of like. I do kind of like the anglerfish angle. No pun intended. But Lantern is just like, I don't know. It looks too bulky. It looks weird. I don't know. I don't love it. It looks too like derpy now to me. Pichu, you know what? I don't love it, don't hate it. It's Pichu. It's pretty cute. It is what it is. As much as I don't like baby Pokemon, I gotta say, Cleffa and Igglybuff, I don't necessarily hate. Togepi? I kind of like Togepi. I kind of like its design. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about Togepi. It's cute, and it has that perfect level of cuteness to me. Maybe it's from the anime. Maybe the anime made it grow on me more, but it's not a Pokemon that I hate. Togetic, I don't like looking at it. Like Togetic is where it gets weird. Like, why does it look like that? It just looks so weird. Natu and Xatu, I'm gonna put in. I'm gonna put them in pretty dope mons. I did like them when they first came out. I still do like them. I always wish that they'd gotten like a regional form or something, just to give them a little bit of a, reimagining on their design. But I do like them enough to put them above don't love it, don't hate it. The Mareep line, easily god tier for me. I love Mareep, I love Flaffy, and I love Ampharos. Blossom, I do not like Blossom. I just don't like it at all. I don't know why. I just hate it. It's just one of those. I don't think it needs to be burned with fire, but I just do not like looking at it. Mareep, I don't like Mareep. I do not Mareep. Meryl, I don't like Meryl, and I do not like Azumarill. I hate this line. Again, I don't know why. Sudowoodo, don't love it, don't hate it. I think the nostalgia factor for me was playing Gen 2, getting that watering can, pouring it on the Sudowoodo that blocks your path, and then turns into a Pokemon, and you're like, what the hell is this? Like, I remember seeing Sudowoodo for the first time, and I'm like, what? What's going on, right? So, Sudowoodo, kind of a cool Pokemon to me. Politoed, so I do not like the Poliwag line. Sorry, Ace Trainer Liam, I love your videos, but I don't like Poliwag. But Politoed saved line. I think the reason I don't like the Poliwhirl line is because it's just like they're all the same. Poliwhirl and Poliwrath are like the exact same Pokemon. And then Poliwag is probably the only one that's different, but like I just don't like him. It doesn't speak to me. They don't even look like frogs. I didn't even know they were frogs until I was probably in my later teens. But this is very clearly a frog. You very much know this is a frog. So this kind of did save the design, in my opinion, for the Poliwag line. Skiploom, this whole line is very weird because I liked it when it came out, but now I think it's weak sauce. Yeah, they're weak sauce. I don't love them no more. Like, I don't know what they are. I mean, I know what they are. This is obviously a giant piece of pollen, but it goes from like this thing that looks kind of like a flying cat, and then it turns into a flying flower frog, and then it turns into a piece of pollen. You're losing me here. You're losing me. I'm not seeing the vision. The creative vision, I lost. It lost me in this. I lost in translation, clearly. Apom, don't love it, don't hate it. It's a cute little monkey Pokemon. I kind of don't mind Ambipom. Ambipom's pretty cool. I don't love it either, but I don't hate it. So that's why we have this this tier right here. Love it, don't hate it. Don't love it, don't hate it. Okay, this is it. This is it. Actually, you know, I'm gonna put Sunkern. Is this Sunkern? Yeah, Sunkern. I don't remember the name. Sunkern in this damn thing because I hate it. Sunflora goes in your existence disgusts me because I want it to die. I have never seen a Sunflora and been happy. I see Sunflora and it brings me pain, and I want to end Sunflora. I want to end my pain by destroying Sunflora. I want to end my pain by bringing pain to Sunflora because this thing, I just hate Sunflora. Yanma. Yanma, God tier. Easy. Love Yanma. Love Yanmega. I love the shiny for Yanma. Dope ass shiny. Dope, 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 dope. Dope on a rope. Love Yanma. One of my favorite Pokemon. God tier. Easy. Wooper. Hate Wooper. Hate Quagsire. Hate them. Why? What? I hate this. I just hate these Pokemon so much. Like, I know they're supposed to be salamanders, but they don't look anything like a salamander. I don't look at this. Maybe Quagsire kind of looks like it could be a salamander, but these don't look like any kind of amphibians. And I just hate looking at Quagsire's face. Oh, I hate these Pokemon so much. God tier Espeon. God tier. Espeon is like top 5, maybe top 10 favorite Pokemon of all time for me. It's just so dope. It's so mystical. I remember as a kid, I loved this Pokemon. I think I still have an Espeon card that I have like in one of those like hard sleeves, one of those hard Pokemon like card sleeves that I still have from like maybe almost 20 years ago now. And I will never get rid of that card. It's like one of my favorite cards in the entire world, basically. Umbreon, sorry. Also God tier, but not as much. Actually, no, that's a lie. I think I liked Umbreon and Espeon equally, but when I actually started to use Umbreon in game, especially as a child, I didn't understand how to use it properly. So I was like, this thing has no good attacks. That has a garbage attack stat. I can't use it. It's a cool Pokemon, but I didn't understand how to use it. Now fast forward to as an adult, and Umbreon is a beast in the streets, especially competitively. You give this thing like Toxic, Foul Play, Dig, and Wish. Disgusting. Disgusting. This thing is dirty if you give it the right moveset and you give it the right EVs and use it properly in battle. Crazy Pokemon. This thing won me a lot of matches when I first started doing competitive in Sword and Shield. So God tier for sure. Umbreon and Espeon, top tier evolutions. Murkrow, honestly, pretty dope mon. I'm not gonna put it in God tier. I think I put Honchkrow in God tier. But Murkrow, when it first came out, it was cool, but I felt like it was really underwhelming because it doesn't evolve. I think that's a problem with a lot of the Gen 2 Pokemon, is that they are cool, but they're underwhelming. Like it always felt like they needed more, which I mean a lot of them did end up getting evolutions in like later generations, right? Which makes sense because a lot of them needed that oomph, like Apom. It got Ambipom, which it needed the oomph to Ambipom, right? So Murkrow, I've always liked it as design, and I've always liked the Pokemon, but it wasn't really viable to use until Gen 4 when it got the Honchkrow evolution, which is why Honchkrow, if you've seen my Sinnoh ranked video, is I think in God tier, if I remember correctly. Slowking, I actually think is a really cool Pokemon. I think it's just really dope. It has a cool concept. It's like one of the only Pokemon, not one of the only, because nowadays almost every Pokemon has had a feature in the anime where it can talk, but Slowking was one of the first Pokemon you've seen talk, besides Meowth and like legendaries, right? It was like the first one that was like communicating, and you're like, that's so cool. And it was just so smart. It kind of reminds me of like King Kai, or like one of the Kais from Dragon Ball Z, right? Like it gives you that like wise other planetary god of the afterlife feeling in a way. I don't know. I get the King Kai vibe off of Slowbro. Mischievous, again, pretty dope mon, but it has the same problems that Murkrow had. Really underwhelming. Needed that evolution to Mismagius, and I think I did put Mismagius in God tier if I remember correctly, because again, I do like Mismagius, and I did always like Mischievous. I actually, a couple months ago, I was playing in Diamond on like the actual DS, and I was trying to catch Pokemon in the Safari Zone to get Safari Balls so I could transfer them all the way up into Sword and Shield so I could have Pokemon that could breed with Safari Balls. And I remember when I was in the Safari Zone, I ran into a shiny Mischievous, my first and only ever shiny in that Diamond game, and I didn't catch it because it ran away. And I can tell you right now, I was pissed. Definitely not in a good mood that day. I was like, I can't believe this. The first time I ever ran into a shiny in an actual cartridge of Diamond, and it ran away from me because it was in the Safari Zone. Very pissed. But yeah, I've always liked Mischievous. I do remember trying to find it as a kid, being like, oh, this Pokemon's so rare, and I found it and I was so happy. So definitely pretty dope mon. Alright, now Unknown. I would normally put Unknown in Your Existence Disgusts Me, but I understand that unknown. You know what? No. I'm gonna put unknown in weak sauce because it's like unknown has a lot of lore, like a lot of lore importance to it, which is kind of why I say it. I don't hate it for this damn thing. I kind of just think it's a weird I have a weird relationship with unknown because it's like lore wise it's really cool, like the way that like apparently Arceus can use unknown to create new Pokemon and create matter. Basically it can create things using unknown. So like for that reason I'm gonna put it in weak sauce. The design, it's hard, like I said, it's hard. The design and the idea is stupid. It's living words, but then I guess if you think about it, it's like not really living words. It's like the fabric of reality basically is kind of made of unknowns, I suppose, how you would look at it. But yeah, unknown, weak sauce, because it plays a significant role in the lore of Pokemon, but it's also kind of just silly in a way to me. Wobbuffet, hate Wobbuffet, hate it so much, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. That's all I'm gonna say. Girafarig, this damn thing, almost teetering on the existence disgusts me because I don't like Girafarig, but I definitely don't want to see Girafarig burned in fire. I don't want to see it erased from existence, you know? Pineco, god tier. Fortress, god tier. I don't know why, but I love these Pokemon. I remember I had a in my Alpha Sapphire playthrough, I think I transferred over a Pineco or something, and I used a Fortress on my playthrough, and it set up like spikes, and it had, I think, rapid spin to get rid of entry hazards and stuff. I very much do love these two Pokemon. Dunsparce, this is gonna be probably a hot take, but I don't hate Dunsparce. I actually pity Dunsparce because I feel like it has so much potential to be a cool Pokemon. It's literally based on like a Quetzalcoatl, I think that's what it's called, the like mythical deity of like I don't know if it's Aztec or Mayan, but you know, ancient South American natives people. This is based on that. So I'm like, why are they not giving it no love? I low-key, high-key hope that this thing gets love in Legends Arceus. I hope that we get to see a like majestic flying Dunsparce evolution or form, you know? Like flying snake. It's cool. Gligar, god tier. Now Gligar suffers from the same downsides that Murkrow and Mischievous suffer from, but I just like Gligar so much more. It looks so much cooler. Like these look cool, but this looks cool. Like sunglasses cool. Steelix, pretty dope, mon. I remember seeing Steelix for the first time being like, that is crazy. Alright, Snubble. I always kind of liked Snubble, especially when the games first came out. I did like Snubble a lot, but I don't love it, so I'm gonna put it in don't love it, don't hate it. Now Granbull, I think is a pretty dope mon, and I'm kind of happy that it became a fairy type, because I don't like very many fairy types, not because they're fairy types, it's just I just happen to not be like the Pokemon that have become fairy type have never really been a big Pokemon that I've liked even before they were fairy type, right? So I am happy that this became a fairy type because it's like it doesn't really look like a fairy type. Like it's like Grimmsnarl. It's like a badass looking fairy type, right? And it's kind of just cool that, you know, this thing became a fairy type, and it's one of the Pokemon I've always liked since day one, basically, right? Quillfish, this damn thing. Never liked Quillfish. Apparently, it's gonna get a new evolution or a new form in Legends Arceus. So hopefully, if that's the case, maybe it'll redeem it. But as of right now, never been a big Quillfish fan. It's kind of been just like, why does this thing exist? Scizor, god tier. This thing saved me so much when I faced Cynthia in my Brilliant Diamond Hardcore Nuzlocke. This and Abomasnow were MVPs for that Cynthia battle. They just did exactly what I needed them to do perfectly, and I've always liked this Pokemon. How could you not? It took Scyther and it made it cooler. And in fact, sometimes I don't even know which one to pick. Do I pick Scyther or do I pick Scizor? They're both super dope Pokemon, so it's like, such a hard choice. But Scizor is, in my opinion, objectively the better one. It's way bulkier. I'm pretty sure it has a higher attack stat. It hits way harder. It can learn Swords Dance and Bullet Punch, which is a crazy dirty combo. So yeah, definitely god tier Scizor. I I don't think most people would disagree with that decision. Shuckle, y'all might think I'm crazy. I'm gonna say don't love it, don't hate it. It may be a garbage Pokemon, but I've seen some crazy strats around Shuckle. I'm pretty sure I've lost to someone online using a Shuckle strat, and I was pissed because I knew what the strat was. The strat was a very common competitive strat, but they still got one over on me and they beat me with it. And honestly, Shuckle's kind of cute, even though it has no real, it just has 2 eyes. It's just like a cute little worm thing. I like Shuckle. It's okay. It can stay. Heracross, pretty dope, man. I've always liked Heracross. It's so cool. I've never actually used one in a playthrough. I might actually try to do a playthrough and use Heracross. Maybe I'll do like a Buglock or something, you know, in the future on the channel or something. But yeah, it's always been a cool Pokemon to me. So putting it in the pretty dope mon category. Sneasel, again, I'm gonna put it in the pretty dope mon because I think I put Weavile in God tier, and I think, well, I don't think, I know, in my opinion, Weavile is cooler and better than Sneasel. So for that fact alone, I don't want to put Sneasel in God tier because that doesn't really make too much sense. You know what I'm saying? Teddiursa, you know what? I'm gonna put it in God tier. I really like the design of Teddiursa, and I always liked it when I was a kid. When it first came out, I loved its design. I still love its design. Ursaring, gonna go into God tier as well because I think it's a really cool design as well. I would say these are probably 2 of my favorite bear Pokemon. I mean, I know Snorlax is supposed to be a bear, but it doesn't really look like a bear. These are very clearly bears. You know what I mean? Like, they're very clearly bear Pokemon, and these are probably 2 of my favorite bear Pokemon. So easily God tier. I do like their design. Slugma and Magcargo, I'm gonna put both in pretty dope mon. I really like these Pokemon when they first came out. Over time, I've realized they're not as good as they used to be, but now I use them mainly as my egg hatchers because I have Flame Body or Magma Armor, one or the other. So for that reason alone, I am gonna put them in. Well, not for that reason alone. I like them generally. I like looking. Their design is appealing to me. I don't hate looking at their design. Now, as much as Mamoswine has grown on me design-wise, I've never liked Swinub. Sorry, you go here. I put it in the wrong one. I'd never liked Swinub or Piloswine. I don't know. I feel like their design is just meh. It's very, very big meh energy to me. I don't think I really liked them as a kid either. This kind of reminds me of Cousin It from the Addams Family. It's just, nah. Mamoswine was a big improvement, and it definitely needed that Mamoswine. Weeks. Yeah, Corsola. Corsola is going in weak sauce as well. I'm not a big Corsola fan. I do like Galarian Corsola way more, and Cursola. I do like the design. I like the lore behind it being dead coral, but I've never been a big fan of Corsola. Remoraid, this thing disgusts me. I actually, you know what? I'm lying. They don't disgust me. I just really strongly dislike the Remoraid line. I just, first of all, I understand that it's supposed to be a gun and it's supposed to be a tank, but if you change the designs so much to the point where they don't really look like a gun or a tank, you should have just scrapped them from the game. That's first. Second of all, Remoraid clearly looks like it should be steel type, but it's not. And the reason it's not steel type, I don't know why, but I'm assuming it's because it evolves into Octillery, and Octillery looks nothing like a steel type. So like this whole design concept, it fell apart, and I don't know why they kept it in the game. These things should not be in the game. And I know I said this is reserved for that tier of this should not exist, but I feel like these should exist, but either separately as 2 separate Pokemon, or just they should have scrapped this and put it in a later game when they could have figured out how to better make these 2 connect. Otherwise, these damn things infuriate me. Delibird, people might hate me for this. Delibird disgusts me. I do not like Delibird at all. It's a derpy bird that is completely useless stat-wise. It is just awful. Don't like it. Burn it with fire, literally, because it's an ice type. Mantine, I also do not like. I don't think Mantine should. No, we're gonna be a little bit nicer here. Mantine isn't the worst design. I just don't like it. I just don't like it at all. I don't know why. I've just never liked this Pokemon. It's just like big and stiff, and I guess I mean, this is what a manta ray is, just big and kind of stiff. But like, I don't know. Manta rays are supposed to be cool, and Mantine is just not cool at all. All right, Skarmory, easily God tier. One of my favorite Pokemon. Still remember finding it at like, I think it used to be found at that route right below Blackthorn City, so like the last route in the game. Remember spending so long trying to find this thing, and when I found it, I was like, yes, Skarmory. And then in my Soul Silver playthrough, that was one of my staple Pokemon on my team. Skarmory is a badass Pokemon, and I feel like it needs like an evolution or a regional form or like a mega evolution or something. I don't know, a G-Max form. But Skarmory is God tier, easy. Houndour and Houndoom, boom, God tier. Both of them, God tier. I just finished recording my Mega Evolution tier list, and Mega Houndoom was on God tier as well. This whole line is God tier. And I low-key, high-key wish that it just normally evolved into Mega Houndoom. That would take, if there was like Super Saiyan God tier, that would be, yeah. Love these Pokemon. I just love them. They bring me joy. Bring me so much joy. They're so cool. Kingdra, God tier. Yeah, Kingdra, super duper God tier. One of my favorite Pokemon. One of my favorite dragon type Pokemons. Was super useful up until Generation 6 because it didn't have the Ice type weakness. So it only had one weakness, which was the Dragon type. Which, it's just, as a kid, Kingdra was like my ace in the hole. It was like, ha! How you gonna take down this dragon type? You can't, because it's not weak to ice types. But then, you know, fairy type came out, and they came out with freeze dry, which kind of countered it. But it's still a really good Pokemon, especially in the rain. I think it gets Swift Swim. I believe it gets Swift Swim. It gets like Sniper, and I think Swift Swim. But yeah, Kingdra is a really cool Pokemon. I've always liked seahorses. Seahorses are cool animals, so this thing right here is dope. And the fact that it can fight, or that it does get into battles with Dragonites in the wild, so cool. Donphan, or Phanpy and Donphan, both going in pretty dope mons. These are two Pokemon I've always liked. Not enough to put them in God tier. I don't love them, but I've always strongly had a strong like for them, especially Donphan. Donphan is a really cool Pokemon. If Pokemon were real, Donphan would definitely be one that I would be very, very adamant about trying to find and catch and train and own. Porygon 2, don't love it, don't hate it. It is what it is. I think Porygon, if I remember, was in pretty dope mon when I did my Kanto list, because I do like the whole concept of it evolving literally as like getting more polygons to become more smoother. So I do like the concept of it, but you know, I don't love the line, so don't love it, don't hate it. Stantler, weak sauce. I also think that Weirdeer, also weak sauce. Don't love that design. Smeargle, don't love it, don't hate it. Cool concept, but it's not the greatest Pokemon. It's useful if you need to do certain things, but otherwise it's kind of there, just there, just exists. Tyrogue, also don't love it, don't hate it. Same as Smeargle, it's just there. I don't really think we needed an evolution or a de-evolution, or I guess we did because they needed to do Hitmontop, but my point stands. I don't even think Hitmontop deserves to be a thing. I don't think Tyrogue or Hitmontop needed to be made. Don't like either of these Pokemon really that much. Don't hate them either, but eh. Smoochum, hate it. Hate Smoochum heavily. So much. That's all I need to say about it. Elekid, pretty, actually, God tier. Megby, God tier. I don't like Magmar, but I do like Megby. It's a way cuter version. Its head is less awkward to look at. Like I'm a grown adult, obviously. I don't care that it looks like a pair of boobs, and it's called boober in Japanese, but it's just stupid. Like his head just looks so dumb. I've never liked Magmar, but Megby does it justice. It looks like it has like little Bantu knots or something in its hair, you know? I like Megby. Miltank, don't love it, don't hate it. I know certain people hate this Pokemon, but it is what it is. It's not awful design. It is, when you see it in 3D, it kind of looks a little bit odd. It's a little sus, but generally speaking, I don't have a problem with it. Blissey, I also don't have a problem with. Raikou, God tier. God tier. This is one of my favorite legendary Pokemon of all time. I love thunder or electric types. I always say thunder types as if I haven't been playing Pokemon for years and years and years. I love electric types. I love cats, which BT dubs. These are not dogs. We call them legendary dogs in like America in English. But these are cats. This is very clearly a saber-toothed tiger, and the next god tier, Suicune, is very much like a panther or like a cougar, like, you know, one of those kind of slinky, hide in the dark, climb trees type of thing. And Entei is very literally a lion. These are cats. They're not even in Japanese. They're called legendary beasts. This is gonna go pretty dope, man. Don't love Entei. These two though, two of my favorite Pokemon, two of my favorite legendaries, two of my favorite Pokemon. They're just so cool. It's always hard for me to decide which one I like more, but I love them both. I love their shinies. Entei has a really good shiny too. I like shiny Entei more than regular Entei, but maybe we'll do shiny tier list later on. Larvitar, I'm gonna put in pretty dope mon. Pupitar, I don't love it, don't hate it. It's cool, but it's just a little larval thing. Tyranitar, god tier, basic. I'm gonna be basic. It's just a cool design. It's Godzilla. That's dope. Like, it just looks cool. You know? Lugia, I'm gonna put it in. You see, my thing with Lugia is that it looks really cool in 2D and in the anime, but in 3D, it doesn't look that cool anymore. So I'm gonna demote it. I'm gonna demote it because I do like it, but nowadays in 3D, it lost a lot of its cool factor. Ho-Oh, don't love it, don't hate it. I've never been a big Ho-Oh person. I do feel like Ho-Oh looks better in 3D than Lugia does, but I'm just not a big Ho-Oh person. I played Silver when it first came out, Soul Silver when the remix came out, so I'm very clearly a Lugia person. And Celebi, don't love it, don't hate it. It is what it is. Another one of those cute fairy mythical Pokemon that I don't really feel one way or the other about. It's just every generation we get one of those small fairy type Pokemon, not fairy type, but you know, fairy-esque design wise. Y'all can't see this. I'm gonna have to zoom out for y'all. All right, wait, there we go. Here we go. It's all up on there for you. Yeah, anyways, with that, this tier list is complete. This is pretty much up to my expectations, I think. Yeah, pretty much up to my expectations. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this list. I think all these picks are pretty true to how I feel about these Pokemon. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this one up. So y'all know the dealio. Drop your comments below. Let me know what is some of your favorite Gen 2 Pokemon. What are your least favorite Gen 2 Pokemon? What would you put in God tier? What would you put in Your Existence Disgusts Me? Let me know how you feel about my list and my picks as well, all down below. And for now, I'm off of this one, so y'all know what it is. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to slap that like and subscribe for more Pokemon content, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.